Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways. A homestead in the beautiful desert today. Yeah, nice day. Only got up into the mid-60s today, but still nice day. No winds, that's the good thing, because the winds really changed the temperatures. Winds are nice when it's hot, but we don't seem to get them when it's hot like that. We get them when it's cold, and it makes it even colder. So, got a few things to cover today. One of them was I did get a question about the chickens and how they're doing. Well, they're doing just fine, and I'm starting to get a couple of eggs now. Again, when the temperatures aren't right, they don't like laying eggs. This is Liberty up here. And of course, old Patches here, he just licks his chops when he sees chickens. And the puppies are curious because they're not sure what they're looking at. And old Brewster over there in the corner. So yeah, everything's doing fine here in the chicken coop. Hoping to be able to finish the expansion on this year and add some new egg layers to my collection. But we'll have to wait on that and see how things go. Alright, so with that being said, let's take a quick walk over to the Garden of Eden, and I will show you that little trick that I told you I heard about online on YouTube, and see what you think about it. See if anybody else wants to try it, and we'll compare our notes at the end of the season. So let's get in here. Yeah, I'm in no rush. I'm retired. I was tired yesterday. I'm tired again today. That's retired, right? All right. So, got to close the door behind me. So, the thing that I heard about, let's go this way, because this will get us to the first experimental tree. The thing I heard about on the YouTube was on apple trees. If you bend the branch over and tie it in the position so it's bent over, apparently it's supposed to, so I did one there and I did one here. Those are too young. But supposedly what that's supposed to do is trick the tree into thinking it's supposed to be bearing fruit. So we'll see. Let's see if I get any flowers or blossoms on these branches this year. I didn't get any on them last year, so let's see if we get any on them this year. So to make sure it's not just the tree or a problem with the tree, we move around and move around. Over to my multi-apple tree here. I tied that one down, which is Granny Smith, and then I tied this one down, which might be Honeycrisp, and then I tied that Honeycrisp in the back over there down, because those are the three most mature branches on the multi-tree here, and so they're bent over in arches, and let's see what happens with those also this year, see if they develop any fruit, or at least some blossoms, buds and blossoms. Look at this, I got a little tiny fig growing right there. So I was thinking that that little branch right down there, I'm thinking I might cut that off and take that over and graft it. And see if I can get that to take. If I do, I will probably let the branch I grafted that to mature a little bit and let the birds and critters get to the figs, if any grow on it, for the first year. But then I'll air layer it and pull that off of there and start another tree. See how that works out. So I got buds popping on. This was the air layer from the quince fruit, and I got buds popping on it. So that's a good sign. It might be sending energy to my grafts because they're looking good too. So maybe I'll get some grafts going on that tree this year. And I left the other branches on that are budding because they'll produce the leaves for the photosynthesis to occur in the tree itself. All right, so that was another thing I got done. And let's move on up the road. Sounds like a song from The Wiz. Yeah. All right, so close and lock and head up the ways. We're headed towards the cabin. You know how I can tell? Because I'm walking this way and the cabin's over there. Well, sometimes I just amaze myself with the way my brain works. What are you guys doing? Bunch of little crazies? Boy, they sure have some energy. Of course, they just finished their supper and their treats. But they've been hanging around my door and scratching at my screen, so I put a barrier on there today. That should take care of that. Now, it's ugly, but I didn't have any silver paint left, so I will have to wait until I get some money to buy a can of silver gray paint, and I'll paint that to match the door color. So that should look a lot better on there, but that keeps them from scratching at the screen, and I already have to replace the screen because of that cut in it right there. And I'm pretty sure that because of the rains we're having, that the bugs are going to be a big thing this year, and I don't need bugs in the house. It's a pain to be sitting there and having something buzzing around your head. So that was another thing I did. And we move on down the road here, or up the road, or no, not up yours. So I did have to go to town today because I was completely out of chicken feed, and I wanted to get some chicken scratch. And I got to the store, and they were all out of scratch, and all they had was whole corn. So I'm going to have to go to a different store to get some chicken scratch. And since my chicken flock is down to a minimum right now, I don't need a whole lot of it. So I think I'll just buy a small bag of chicken scratch, and then some black oil sunflower seeds, and then I can mix that with the whole kernel corn and make 3 times the batch, and that'll take care of that. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll be sure to tell you. So I did get all my tools stuffed in here before the rains came, and I could have just bagged them outside because it wasn't that big of a storm. But it's definitely spring in the air, so I'm going to be getting in here, getting things cleaned and straightened, and some new shelves put up, and a little bit more organization going, so that this year I can probably get out and do a little bit of gold prospecting. Now I see something right up there in the field. that doesn't look like it belongs there. Huh. I've had you on 0.6 size this whole time. And I wanted you on this size, which is 1 by. I hope that didn't bother anybody. Let me know if it did. Yeah, there's something up there in the field that doesn't look like it belongs there. But it's not moving, so it's not alive. But the animals have been wandering off in that direction after supper every night. So I've got to go take a walk up there. That's right about at the edge of my property. I'll take a walk up in a little while and see what's going on up there. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for joining me. This is G Bears signing off.